I don't know how clear this is because it is dark right now. Right now it's 4:44. I've been out here since 1:38. Uh, I'm I'm just moving some mulch around uh, our little garden here at my local church, and honestly, I can't really fall asleep. I have too much energy. I made the mistake of eating after I got back from the store, and you can't see anything. Here, let me go closer to the light. But anyways, I made the mistake of eating once I came back from the store, and I ate some candy and some pasta, and like just can't fall asleep. But I'm full of energy. It's pretty relaxing being out here, just outside in nature. Even though it's dark, it's very peaceful out here. Uh, from the road, it might look a little creepy though. Random guy shoveling stuff. And yeah, so I've been moving mulch, been spreading mulch around, just relaxing, thinking. And yeah, if you can see, you can kind of see some steam coming off of the mulch. I don't know how visible it is with my camera. I don't have the best phone, but my phone does its job, and it's lasted and hasn't given me problems unlike my last phone, which was Samsung Galaxy S5, which the battery kept dying, kept rebooting itself. The memory was pretty bad. It was very slow, even though I factory reset it multiple times. Always gave me issues. And I mean, it was like a $600 phone, and this is a 200. No, I got this one for $38, and yeah, $38 and about $38. My last phone is the same one that I got for $38. I think I got that one for $199 at T-Mobile 3 years ago, but then I had some car issues. I went to a mechanic, left the phone on my roof, drove off, and it's somewhere in Rio Linda. I didn't even go back to find it, honestly. First I was okay with losing it, but then a week without a phone, I had to order a new phone. Well, I got one off eBay for $38, which was really cheap. They were selling it for 42. I got it for 38. And it shipped in, but it took long for my SIM card to come in because I didn't want to have to pay the $25 replacement fee. So called the customer service up and asked them to send a replacement for free, but that took like a week. So it was pretty stressful, even though I don't use my phone that often. Not being able to go out of the house in fear of not having your GPS working, in fear of not getting a call not receiving a call from someone. I did have like service once my phone that I got off eBay came in, but I had to be connected to Wi-Fi. I used Wi-Fi calling app, which was free, uh, but I had to be at home. Google Maps didn't work when I wasn't connected to Wi-Fi signal. But anyways, sorry for my rambling, but I've been out here since 1:38. Been moving some mulch, a couple wheelbarrows in the last hour. It's pretty relaxing. Definitely beats sitting in your bed hoping to fall asleep, or just sitting in bed watching reruns of your favorite TV show. It's good to get active, get outdoors, and just reflect, think, maybe listen to the Bible app. That's what I did earlier today. Felt really relaxed after doing that because I woke up in the morning around 8. Felt like total junk. My neck hurt. My body ached. Probably the position I was sleeping in, but also because I fell asleep too watching TV, which probably wasn't good because I wasn't able to get a restful night's sleep. But I woke up feeling like didn't even want to get out of bed, honestly. Just wanted to just sit there in my warm blankets, but I got up, heated myself some food, got in my car, drove to my church, and just worked a little bit on the garden, moved a little mulch, cleaned up some trash that was lying around, spread some mulch around, and during that time, I was just listening to the Bible app, listening to some music, and it felt so great. Felt so peaceful, extremely peaceful. Which, I mean, peace that I haven't felt in quite a while, in a way. Sometimes life can just take you on a roller coaster. You just feel like you gotta do everything. You're rushing through life. You're rushing through assignments. You remember of, I'm in college, you remember of assignments that are coming close to due and you didn't even start yet. You remember of that you're behind on chapters and your studies, and that you have a few missing assignments, and it can just drain you. And I felt so refueled after working earlier today and right now. It's so relaxing, so peaceful, and I'm looking forward to see the sunrise. Not sure how the rest of the day is gonna go today, since you can't even see anything. But there are some beautiful clouds. You can see the stars. Anyways, I don't know how the rest of the day is gonna go today, since I've been working all day. Pretty tough work. Thankfully it's mulch and it's not dirt, because dirt's like 3 times heavier. Probably 8 times heavier. Definitely a lot heavier than mulch. Especially since it's all wet now. But anyways, sorry for all my rambling. I hope this sort of inspired you to take some time out of your day, get outdoors, maybe read the Bible, meditate on it, listen to it. Listen to some praise, some worship. Uh, don't turn on the radio. The radio, they can have some good songs, but it can become a routine. The same songs over and over. Commercials just ruin the flow of just your worship or whatever. It just throws everything off. And music these days, it's doesn't have much, how do I want to say this, it sounds good and it has a nice beat to it, but it doesn't have any deep down meaning to it, any deep down anything to it. It's just it feels empty. A lot of the churches nowadays, bigger churches, you walk in, you hear all the drums, the loud music, the flashing lights, and it feels good, but sometimes it feels like you're just saying words out. You don't understand the meaning to it, and even when you just sit down and just stay quiet, it's empty in a way. I mean, the message is pretty good, but music nowadays is much different than what it was. Well, I don't know how many years, but if you listen to the hymns, the psalms, I don't know if I'm saying that right, you just it refuels you, it gives you comfort, it gives you peace, it gives you a message that you need to hear, it gives you a message that will help you in times of troubles, that you will sing when you're crying and feel empty or depressed. You'll sing and people will be like, why do you look so happy? And you're like, well, honestly, there's a lot of tough things that are going along, but I'm just worshiping because I'm alive. And that's what music in the olden days, well, I don't want to say olden days, but music back then used to be like. I've been sort of listening to a lot of the old hymns and songs, and it's just, it's real. And nowadays it feels like it's just drum beats and loud music and good guitar music and good chords, good flow, but it's empty. And you only realize that it's empty once you've started to reflect on what's being said, what the music is saying. And that's why Christianity now has a bad rap, because everybody claims to be Christian, and yet there's nothing different from them and the person who's stealing and robbing and cursing a storm. There's nothing different. They're depressed. They steal, they cheat people, they curse, they They gossip. There's nothing different about Christians nowadays, or so-called Christians. Everybody's a Christian or so-called Christian, but people have lost their first love, which is Christ. Christ. Christianity is all about Jesus. And people just lost what Christianity is all about. Jesus showed us the way. Jesus is the way. Jesus, he lived on this earth. He discipled people. He showed them how to be different. Showed them what life was really about. How not to be a lover of this world. Lover of things. Someone who cheats his neighbor, someone who sues people and takes advantage of people. He showed people that money is not the goal in life. He showed that there's much more to this life than money. There's much more to this life than fame. Showed us to be humble through his action. He didn't just say, "Oh, be humble, give to those who are needy." No, he didn't even have a house. He didn't have a place to lay his head at night. He just crashed at people's houses, slept in fields, and enjoyed nature. The nature that God created. The nature that didn't come from evolution, from random chance, random occurrences. You know what the biology textbooks are saying? Everything came from something smaller than a period on a dot. Everything. 16 billion years old. 16 billion and 2 weeks. Yeah. That's what textbooks, or what I remember from taking biology in high school. 16 billion years and 2 weeks. What evidence do they have? Seriously. Ask yourself that. Look at their evidence. Don't just think, "Oh, it's science." Well, science needs to be testable. Science needs to be observed to see if it's actual fact, actual science. You can see a seed grow into a tree, but you can't just say, "Oh, everything that's shaped like a seed is going to grow into a tree." No, you gotta test it out. You gotta see if it's actually true. You gotta prove that your theory, your hypothesis is right. You can't just say, "Oh, everything came from nothing," and "Oh, yeah, so everything came from something smaller than a period on dot, from energy that exploded." What energy? Where did that energy come from? Seriously. Where did that energy come from? Where did everything come from? How can you say that everything you see around you, even if you're blind, how can you tell people and tell yourself that I am a mistake, I am something that happened, I am a result of something that happened billions of years ago from a big bang that exploded from a period smaller than a period on a paper. I came from something smaller than a period on a paper, billions of years old, and I evolved from bacteria, and then I was a fish, and then I was a crocodile, and then I was a four-legged animal, and then I was a monkey, and then, oh yeah, and then I became human. How can you say that everything in this world evolved like that? Sure, there's micro evolution, which is in evolution, or I don't know how to say this, but I don't know how to say this. Sure, you can see adaptations in certain species, like wolves. If it gets too cold, they grow longer fur and stuff. Rabbits, if they grow like in a snowy environment, there's I don't want to. Well, I guess it is natural selection. Like the darker bunnies in the snow are more visible, so the darker bunnies are more likely to either get eaten by predators, or they're able to adapt to the environment and change their hair color over time, and grow longer hair in colder environments. But there's no possible way that everything in this world came from random chance, was a mistake. No. God created this world. God created this world. Everything you see, your body, He made it perfect in 6 literal days. And on the 7th, He rested. He created everything in 6 days, 6 24-hour days. You can't say that, oh, it took thousands of years for the grass and the trees and the animals to evolve, or whatever. You can't say that. You plant well, how long can grass, well, I don't know how to explain it. I'm going too long. Sorry. Hope you enjoy this. I don't know how far you watched into it.